welcome to another edition of Dungeons of the Dragons. My name is Jourdan Lees, and I will be your host and DM for this day, evening, whenever you're listening. With me today, of course, are my esteemed players. I have with me David Nowers.
Hello. I am playing Ruben Glowstone, the cleric.
And Paul Sunderhaus.
Hey, I'm playing Glyphord Hune, the drow ranger.
And, of course, Camden Dalton.
Khalladak rock pusher, the bugbear.
Oh, so gentle.
He's gotten more and more gentle with his time out in the real world.
Yeah. Now I'm all about trying to find some stupid little animal to put a collar on so it can talk to me.
All right. So let's just get into a little bit of a recap. So last time on Dungeons of the Dragons, our three co-workers, Ruben, Glyphord, and Khalladak, found themselves sneaking into the mayor's house. Unfortunately, Glyph, disguising himself as the sheriff, was caught by two guards. However, they were suddenly tied up and knocked unconscious by the druid, spokesperson of the halflings, Miss Peapod. Hiding inside of the mayor's house, Miss Peapod revealed that she had been spying on the group since they had fled Tiny Toe Tavern during that evening and had witnessed all of their antics, including their exposing of Father Prigga. Seeing them trying to sneak into the mayor's house had made her assume that they planned on taking him down as well, and anyone who would want to do that is a friend of hers. From there, they decided to sneak through the mayor's house, but unfortunately knocked over a candlestick, forcing them to quickly dart out the back doors and into the courtyard in the rear. They found many trees with different colored leaves and fruit in them, and when Khal took a bite, he found the fruit not much to his stomach's liking and began pooping himself immediately. Further investigation of the backyard revealed a trapdoor that led into a basement area filled with various fruits of different colors, including Fuller's fruit. While they were investigating, they were suddenly attacked by four invisible Duergar wielding pickaxes. The fight was difficult, but in the end, they slew all of the evil dwarves and began to leave. But while doing so, heard a voice say,
"Blick, flick, blick, blick. Is that you?"
And that's where we will be picking it up with, I believe, Glyph just at the doors of the basement area, having noticed this.
Glyph is, I think, pressed right up against the exit. He was considering using his crowbar to kind of like try to keep the door shut. He puts the crowbar away. And he looks down at the guys and he winks right at Khal, and he puts his thumb in his mouth and he kind of blows a little bit, and he casts disguise self on himself to turn into one of the Duergar.
Okay.
he's gonna look like Glick. We'll go with him.
Okay, sure. They all looked vaguely similar, but they were wearing like different colored overalls. So you're wearing green overalls.
Okay, so he inflates himself a little bit, get a little bigger, like one of these Duergar, and he shouts out.
I attack him. Just kidding. Oh my gosh, there's another one.
Roll for initiative. I winked right at you. I holler out. Yeah, it's me, Glick, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, good. I had thought I'd heard something.
And he makes his way over to the trap door.
I go,
Glyph, tell him that we did something with the fruit and that we've had a breakthrough.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
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 Mr. Mayor, I think you should come down here and check this out. And he kind of opens the door, lifts the lid off the hatch.
Oh, what is it? What have you had a breakthrough?
Yeah, I just go press behind a table or something. I find some sort of spot to hide.
Okay. Arnie is ducking behind Khal. He's just trying to hide behind one of Khal's legs.
Okay.
And Miss Peapod is also like just kind of like tucked herself under a little desk. If you want, make some stealth rolls for y'all.
I don't want.
You don't have to, Glyph, because you're right in front of him right now. And what you see is an elven man. He's definitely an older elven individual. And so he gets to the door. Let's see, what everybody roll.
14.
Not important.
Wait, am I at disadvantage on stealth checks?
Oh yeah,
shoot.
you're all at disadvantage.
Then yeah, 14.
Okay.
It can't get any worse for me. It's a 1.
It's a 1.
Oh no.
So that makes it a 2.
You go like to try and find a place, and you
I feel
see
like
a
I'm
table.
just like in the middle of the room doing this.
Yeah, that's basically it. You're just looking back and forth, like can't make a decision which way you want to go.
I reach up and I grab him and like yank him to me.
Okay. So
Are there any repercussions from that? Should I keep talking to the mayor?
he just sees you, like, because you're in your Durgar looking state and you're like big. You're actually to him like filling up a bit of the space. And so he said,
What made you want to grow? I mean, was it something with the fruit? Is that why you've expanded yourself? What is the deal?
That's it. Yeah. Well, Blick was trying some of the fruit out. You know, he's always doing those experiments. And I think he
Yes,
stumbled on something. We just want to show you down here. He's got it all set up in one of the experimental rigs on the left side.
Good. This is perfect. Soon we can begin selling, and we can have an unlimited supply of
that's
this
right.
fruit. And now we can make so much money. I'm so excited. Come on.
Yeah, that's the plan, Mr. Mayor. We're trying to do right by your big idea and sell all this stuff. So just come check this out. I'm real excited.
yes, and
I'm so excited myself.
And so he makes his way down into the room, and he starts rushing over to the bench. He's in such a state, though, like all of you who are pressed against the wall, he doesn't even notice you.
I want to blast him in the back of the head with my briefcase
Okay.
to like
Make
knock him out.
Okay, making an attack roll.
23. I'm trying to just knock him out. You know,
Okay.
heavy
Okay.
object, knock him out.
Go ahead and roll damage for your briefcase.
So it's 8.
He's just like a normal dude, so
He did specify unconscious.
I know. So he just comes in the door, and you kind of sweep your briefcase like up the back of him and clock him right in the back of the head. And he immediately is like in this dead sprint towards like the tables that have the fruit on them, and just gets whack and just hits the floor and like skids a little bit, just a little bit across the floor. And he's just not moving.
I go over and I pick him up and I go to Miss Peapot and go, we really should have. Is this a mare or not?
She immediately like walks over to you, and she puts out her little halfling hand, and she said, "Now that's what I'm talking about. Give me a shake."
I shake.
You shake her little hand, and her whole body shakes around, and you see her walk over with her staff and just like smack him in the back a couple times. Not like, obviously she's not trying to kill him, but she's just like beating him really hard. She's like, "That serves you right, Mr. Mayor." And she like puts her little cane down and says, "All right, now I'm not sure what we're supposed to do at this point, but I'm glad you did it."
I look at Glyph and say, "Can I see the bag real quick?"
Oh no!
Here you go.
And I just like scoop him.
Like the bag?
You're scooping him into the bag.
I stop him from scooping him in the bag.
We got to do something with him.
Cal, we can't kill everybody.
We're not gonna kill him. We're just gonna put him in the bag so he's easier to carry. We need to pull him back out. Yeah,
What does
1 minute.
Okay.
He like scoots like a half of like his head and shoulders in, and then you guys start like pulling him back out, like trying to reason with Khal.
Can you let me ask this for clarity on this interdimensional portal that is his bag? Can you be half in or half out?
I mean, yeah, you like when you're sliding something in it, it's
Okay.
half in, half out. It doesn't just like vanish immediately.
So Glyph walks up and cinches the bag around his neck.
Yeah.
So his head is sticking out of the bag.
So you stick his body in it, but his head is just. It's okay.
This is our
right.
method of ensuring that he doesn't go anywhere.
Sure, why not? So what it looks like really is kind of like a head with a bag on the bottom.
I just look at Miss Peapot and can we take him back to your place maybe?
I don't know. I've never thought ahead this far. I mean, I've always thought about doing this to him. Of course, he's
Well,
rotten.
we're in it now.
Well, how come we don't just get a hold of sheriff? She said that she trusts the sheriff, and he seemed to trust us. This would be like the second case we've blown wide open in this town in 6 hours. He's got to be on our side.
Well, I mean, we could hand him over to the sheriff. He's a fine man. I will say, I don't always trust all his men, but he's a fine man.
I attacked an elderly man who I wasn't even sure was the mayor. You know, I'm not going down for this.
I'll vouch for you.
I want to take a look around the room. I start kind of scanning the room as this conversation is going on. I don't know what's down here. Are there any actual Fuller's fruits available?
You took.
We already have two.
There were 2 of them.
Yeah,
And you ate
of
one.
them.
You can see that there's some areas where they've got little plants in like pots that they're trying to grow. You can see them like have done some like. It looks like they've tried to maybe make potions or something out of it. They not necessarily, but they've just like got vials filled with like different kinds of fluids.
Vials filled with fluids. Very just.
Generic vials filled with fluids, just kind of sitting about.
I will go grab all of them.
Are they corked?
Some are, some aren't.
I will grab all the ones that are corked.
Okay, so you have 6 vials, 4 of which have just a clear liquid in it, and 2 of them, one is like a green and one is like a blue.
I'm gonna give you till the next game to figure out what these are.
I mean, I already know what they are.
Oh, okay. So
Then I drink them.
1 green, 1 blue, 4 clear.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab. If I grab the closest one that's uncorked, what color is the liquid inside it?
Clear.
Okay. I'm gonna take the clear one and go over to one of the duergar on the floor,
Okay.
Oh.
and I'm gonna force feed it to him.
Already my axe.
You force it down his throat, and nothing happens.
Okay. Hey, Khal, try that clear one over there.
I drink it.
Okay. There is a very bitter taste to it.
I spit it out everywhere, just all over Glyph.
You feel
Oh, God.
you
Come
feel
on.
your tummy that was already upset starts getting upset more.
Here we go again. Spare me the details, Jourdan.
You poop a little
I
more.
run to the corner.
Oh, no.
Nothing else exciting.
I mean, it's just tools and things like that in there.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. I
Okay.
say we go to little halfling town.
Okay.
Figure out what to do from
Yeah.
there.
Where's that relative to where we are?
If we sneak along the edge of the wall, it's just on the kind of the easternmost quarter of the city.
Yeah, let's go that way, y'all.
So do you go back through the mayor's house? Because there is a wall all around the backyard.
Can we get over the wall? How tall's the wall?
I would say about 12 feet high.
Oh, that's easy money for me. I say we go over the wall.
I don't know. We can want to go through the house, see if there's anything else.
I'm kind of wondering if we should check out some of the rooms in the house.
I'm scared that there's going to be guards, but let's do it.
We've got some time before the sun comes up.
Miss Peapod, she like comes up to y'all and she's like, I hate the mayor. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to disturb his wife and children.
Oh, so I hit an old man with children. All right.
All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, over the wall. I would like to try and scramble up a tree and jump over the wall.
I'll let you make a acrobatics or athletics check, whatever's better for you. What do you, the rest of you, want to try and do?
Oh, I'm just going to it'll just be a little hop, grab on, and pull myself up and over.
Unnatural 20.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you like focus and you just start scrambling up this tree and you just kind of lean back, let some of the tree take you, and then blink, flip over and land on the ground in a little roll.
All right.
Yeah.
Scramble up that tree.
Scramble, yeah. I have some pittons. I'm gonna hammer a few of those into the wall and try to climb up.
Yeah, you don't really have any trouble. It's brick, so you can just smack it in between the mortars. It's not going to be.
We need to find
very
something to do with
difficult.
those pittons.
So
How many do I use?
I mean, you'd probably have to use like 2 or 3. I'd probably 3 to get over it. Make a an athletics check with advantage.
Okay, I
Well,
want to do something when I get to.
It's an
if I
athletic check with advantage, which is canceled out by your disadvantage, which you actually should be roll. You guys need to roll disadvantage for any of your checks.
Oh no!
Who's carrying the mayor, by the way?
I just assumed Glyph had it.
I handed it to Khal, and then I guess he was just on the floor. So Khal, did you pick him up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just once I get up to the top, I'll drop him. No, just kidding. I'm not gonna drop him. There's no reason for me to drop
Just ahead 12 feet.
So you've got him, I assume, like kind of tied onto your belt or something, or do you have him in like a bag?
Oh, for his sake, I hope he's not tied to my belt.
That's true. He's gonna be right.
It just like a messenger bag.
Okay, so you've kind of like rigged it up so he's kind of slung over your shoulder.
Yeah.
The thing is, because of how the bag of holding is shaped like that, his head is weighing more than it. So his head is on the bottom and like the bag is just kind of flopped over next to his face. And his head is just hanging upside down out of this bag.
I can't wait till he comes to.
Well, I must have found some. I found some really, really bad spots to shove these pittons in because I rolled a 2.
Yeah, so your first attempt, you nail in like all these little spots, and as soon as you get up, some of the bricks just break way right as you're about to reach the top, and you're still like feeling slow because of all of this, and you're just slowly reaching the top, and then snap, and you just.
I'll grab him. I'll grab him by his bow.
Oh,
I'm sitting up at the top of the
You're
wall.
sitting at the top. Okay, yeah. Then you can grab on to him.
And I'll help Peapod and
Oh yeah, Arnie. How the heck's he getting over this wall?
Yeah, well, yeah. Arnie is going to attempt an athletics check too, but he helps lift Miss Peapod up to Khal.
A little boost.
Gives her a little boost, and then he's like,
Okay, well, this pack
running
on
start,
my back
Arnie. Running start.
is a little heavy, so hopefully that doesn't play a part at all.
and he's gonna run and make a leap. Oh wow, he rolled a 17.
How old is
just like an
Arnie?
80-year-old man scaling a wall right now.
He's not quite that old. He's like 60s.
Okay.
He's lived a hard life,
Yeah.
sacrificing people to a green dragon.
Yeah. The inside of the wall through the wooded areas of the city over to the halfling village. Miss Peapod invites you into her home, which is a little hobbit hole type thing.
Before we enter, as we're en route, how far away from town center are we as we're moving? As we get into Hobbiton, or whatever we're going to call this place.
Oh, yeah. The halfling village is like how far from the town center? I mean, it's a few blocks, maybe like 10 minutes to get there.
Do we see any movement? Do we see any...
I mean, yeah, you just see maybe a couple guards here or there move through the city, but nobody is even looking your way. So she takes you to a sizable hill. She opens the door, but it's halfling sized. So
I'm struggling.
yeah, Khal, you are essentially going to fill a room with your size. The rest of you are also ducking to get inside. Oh, not Ruben. Ruben, you just stroll right on it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
But yeah, Glyph, you're going to have to be ducking a bit. And Khal, you're just like taking up all the space.
Is it a nice place? Is it
Yeah, I mean, it's fairly well furnished. It's obviously modest living, but like, you know, it's rustic, but obviously that she takes care of the place and really takes pride in her home. A lot of, very natural things in here. It's like a lot of stuff made of wood and
a rafter or like something to like hang something on,
like a bag with a head coming out of it.
Kind of. Yes.
I mean, there's like the occasional little rafter.
I want to go ahead and tie a rope to the bag of holding, throw the rope over the rafter, and then tie it so that the bag's just hanging with the head kind of falling out. And then right under that, I want to put a few hunting traps.
your bear traps?
I forgot those hunting traps from early on in the dungeon. Yeah,
I have
you-
6 of them.
Yeah, you
Oh my
do.
God.
So this guy's gonna wake up and he's not even gonna look down because he wouldn't be able to kind of move. To, like, see
Well,
it.
he's going to be looking down because he's heavier than the bag.
Is he upside down?
Yeah, his head
Essentially.
is. I mean, his head weighs more than the bag does.
All right. Okay.
And we'll just
And,
wait for him to wake up.
Oh, he'll be waking up soon. So you set all of that up, no problem. While you're doing that, Miss Peapod actually brings out a bunch of cushions that she has, and she says, "I'm not going to have anywhere for you to sit, but you can sit on these on the ground, I suppose."
I
And
curl up like a cat.
Glyph, she pushes like a bench out to you. It's a fairly narrow bench, but you can sit on it more comfortably than like in any of the chairs.
He's not really sure what to do. He just kind of, I guess, lays prone on the entire thing.
I'm going to try to do that thing that dogs do where they just like circle and circle and circle and circle and circle
Mm-hmm.
around a spot before they can figure out how they want to lay down.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll lay down.
Okay. And she pulls up a little chair for Ruben, a normal sized chair for Ruben. Make yourselves at home, of course. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever had a bugbear or a drow in my home, but I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate what you've done for me, and I appreciate whatever you're gonna do to him. Although I would hesitate, maybe don't murder him, because then that would reflect badly on me.
This is all just intimidation tactics so we can get information. No worries.
Understood.
I look at her and some worries. Miss Peapod, I have. Is there anybody else here at the house?
It's just me.
Is there anybody nearby? You got a neighbor or friend nearby who you trust and might be able to assist us in this moment of need?
Well, I could wake up a few of the neighbors. I mean, everyone here respects me. I don't like to, put so much emphasis on myself, but
Well, my
I
thought
do
is
listen.
obviously the mayor's house would have been a bad place to have all this go down because he's got a family there. That makes sense. And the church sounds like it might have been a bad place for all this to go down because there's a bunch of guards stationed around it. But
Oh my
here,
gosh, I'm so glad we didn't burn it down. Like
Yeah.
I want to light fire to the
yeah,
library.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Khalladak might not have minded because his, he doesn't think
That's his MO.
of life that much, but
Mhm.
it would weigh heavily on the conscience of Cam if I killed children, even in a game.
These are the things the DM has to sit here going like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
So here's some thoughts. Not his house, not the church, but here, if we sent somebody who you trust and went and go grab the sheriff. Sheriff, we got a emergency. Miss Peapod, maybe there's a specific reason you can think of for calling the sheriff, but just see if we can't get the sheriff to come quick, and we can then gently restrain him if necessary here, and we would have him under our control more or less, and we could then present the situation as we saw it, which was we've just saved your town from 2 bad guys in a span of about 6 or 7 hours, and we don't want to stand trial for it.
And mech men.
And those may have been our fault. I don't know where they came from exactly.
Jury's out on that one, I think.
Jury's out. I don't know that they were here to begin with. Anyhow, if we can get him here, then we control the situation. And we don't have to worry about him, showing up to the church in another hour or two going where the heck they go. Thoughts?
I think that makes a lot of sense. I'll let Lem know. Lem lives just next door, and he helps me out whenever I have any needs in the garden or the yard in any way. He's a good boy, and I think that he would be able to help us.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I will have to wake him up, but I think he would understand. So she walks out. When she leaves, Arnie, who's like still standing in the corner, like
She didn't get me anything to sit on.
He's just kind of like kicking the floor a little bit. And
Glyph takes up more of the bench than before. He spreads out a little bit more.
he walks over and actually kind of like in hushed tones, he says,
I'm a little worried. We've told a lot of people about the dragons and things, and I don't think they want to be known about. I'm a little worried about what we've said, especially about Grindelwald. So I'm saying we keep everything on the hush-hush as much as we can.
That's really on Grindelwald if he didn't tell us not to tell everybody else about him. I mean, how are we supposed to know?
Well, I don't know if he'll see it the same way. So that's why I'm trying to let you know.
Well, what if we tell him about Rigavold?
Ricka?
Yeah, that's the one. What if we tell him about that one and say, "Hey, Father Prigga." What if we tell her? What if we tell him that that Prigga was worshiping some black dragon, or we're not sure what's going on, but he seemed to be favoring this picture of this black dragon, or does it even have a picture in the book? Maybe it just says
there's a picture of like that coin with like a black dragon's face
with the
on
monocle.
It, with
so
the
we
monocle.
can just show the information that we have. So we can be like, all right, look, and Rick or whoever the heck that guy is, and seems like he was a bad fella, so we got rid of him. And
well, it seems fair. I think we could
but the
reason
mayor's
our
the big.
way out
I think
of it.
at this point, I mean, we already, he tried to kill the sheriff, so we don't even have to explain that anymore. We're already on the good side of that whole thing. Mayor, on the other hand, now it's like, hey, by the way, your mayor's been poisoning everybody with like poop fruit, and
we've kind of kidnapped him, and we're about to interrogate him over.
And we wanted you to be here because we're honest. We're honest people.
And in case we murder him, we need you to be here.
Also, he tried to light his own house on fire, and there's kids in there, and we stopped him.
Yeah. Also, we heard that he's doing other terrible things. I heard he kicks animals and stuff.
He had dwarves locked in his basement.
Slaves. Yep. Slavery. That's bad.
Well,
are they still there? Did they No, they didn't disappear. They're not.
Oh, they're very much just four.
There's just four dead dwarves
on there. Yep.
A stink.
Hopefully his kids don't know about that and go like, "Ooh, what's the fun
I was just about
door?"
to say, I meant to ask, we should have asked Peapod what his wife is like. Is she maybe in on it, or?
Well, there's still a chance. Peapod will be back.
Yeah, she does come back momentarily, like after she's been out just a few minutes. And she said, I've sent Lem to go find the sheriff, and he says he'll be faster than a carrot in spring.
Might be mistaken.
I don't understand farming.
I thought carrots were.
It's just a local saying.
What's a carrot?
Yeah, what's a carrot?
I don't think carrots grow real fast. I asked her about the wife.
Well, she's a fine woman. Definitely spends a little bit more of her money than most people in town, but I suppose that's fine. It's to each their own. She does flaunt her wealth a bit, but like I said, the kids can be a little bratty occasionally and pick on some of the other little ones, but they're children and they don't have a good father figure to learn from. So as much as I don't want to be around them, I understand.
Miss Peapod, what's the congregation at the church like here? Who all goes to the church?
Well, the mayor did, and of course, and his family. Many of the other citizens, they've been going there. I mean, it's the main church in town. None of us halflings go up there. We just gather. Jonas will show his face every now and then, but I don't really appreciate Jonas in the way that he's treated most of his folks, since everybody just congregates at his tavern.
Which one's Jonas again?
Jonas Tiny Toe.
Tiny Toe.
He owns the tavern we were sleeping in before we were attacked.
I don't always appreciate who he associates with all of the time.
Is he just hang out with some wily characters, or what's?
No, he just hangs out with everybody I don't like. he kind of looks down back on his halfling brethren, and it's just not becoming, is all I say.
Miss Peapod, I think I do have a question. This fruit, so that's the big harvest is the end of this week. Is that what I remember?
That's correct.
Here?
Yes.
Okay.
Only 3 days now, I suppose.
Oh, 3 days. Time does fly.
Interesting, because it seems like we've been on this same day for weeks now.
What is what's all the did the mayor start this whole annual festival and doling out little bits of it, or was that always a thing and the mayor just kind of took it and
Fullest Feast?
Yeah, that's
Fullest Feast? My people started that.
Oh.
We've been celebrating Fullest Feast as long back as I can remember. And he just took it from us and started making it his own thing when he took power over the city.
Did a town were you folk, were y'all here before the rest of the folk, and then
yes.
they moved in when they realized there is this special tree?
Oh, they moved in because it's along a good riverway, of course, and of course we traded with whoever came up in here, and some people just decided to stay, and at first it was fine, but they started to take over, and more of them started moving down here, and then they'd have families, and they settled in, and started getting too crowded for us. Most of our folk done left this area.
I think Glyph's watching out one of the windows just to keep an eye on if the sheriff's coming or anything.
I'm trying to sleep.
Well, not too long as you guys sit there having this conversation, you eventually see a little halfling. Looks to be like a younger, not necessarily like a child, but just younger. He starts skipping ahead, kind of motioning for somebody to follow him, and you see the sheriff flanked by 4 guards.
Okay.
I relay that information to everybody. 4 of them, guys. I'm a little nervous. That's a lot of guards.
The mayor starts to slowly, groggily wake up. You see him, his eyes just start opening a little bit.
I don't want to smack him in the head again.
You can if you want to.
Shove him in the bag. Shove him in the bag.
Okay, I push him all the rest of the way in the bag.
You see him like,
Hey, what is happening?
as you just shove him all the way into the bag.
And I say, Peapod, make sure only the sheriff is coming in.
Yeah, and then when that
There's
happens,
not room enough in here.
Which does the door open inside the room or outside?
Inside. It opens.
And I motion to Khal behind where the door swings, so when it opens, you are behind the door.
I am so much bigger than the door.
Better to have you there than anywhere else in the room. When they get here, invite him in, Peapod, and then the 4 of us, 3 of us, 4 of us, Arnie, 4 will.
I'm here.
Yeah. When the door shuts, we're gonna, capture him real quick and be like, shh, don't say anything, dismiss your guards, and send him away.
I think I can do that.
And when the guards have dismissed, we'll pull this guy out of the bag, because I don't know how long he can stay in that bag.
Understood. So there's a knock at her door, and Miss Peapod walks over to it. And
So I guess
opens.
we're all pressed against walls or hidden.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
assumed
so
that you all just kind of got hidden. So you guys are all hiding in the room as best you can. Miss Peapod cracks open the door and she says, "Just you, Chef. I don't trust your men." He's like, "Oh, ma'am, I know. I bring them as protocol, as you know how it is." She says, "I understand, but it's just you. You coming in here, and that's it." "Yes, ma'am. Of course, Miss Peapod." And so he says, "Y'all stay out here. Just settle in. Just wait. I'll be back in a minute." And enters inside and immediately sees Khal kind of covered behind the door, just like leaned up, like taking up as much space in like a little area as possible.
As soon as she shuts the door, wherever I was hidden, I pop out holding the mace. I'm gonna have a weapon in hand, so I pop out holding the mace, and I look at him.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
You're persuading him to keep quiet.
It's a 9.
You see him like immediately see you guys and like grab for his sword and begin to draw it. And Miss Peapod holds out her cane at him and she says, "Now, Mr. Chef, don't you go for that sword."
The moment I see him open his mouth, I'm going to cast a spell. If I see him open his mouth at all, I'm casting a spell.
Okay. I mean,
I'm watching. Like
he had begun to open his mouth when Miss Peapod stuck her stick in his face.
Then I cast it.
Okay.
Calm emotions.
Oh, it's the second time you've done this. Okay.
To the sheriff?
Uh-huh.
Would you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
cast
okay.
it back
But
in the
before
temple.
he passed it.
Calm emotions. It is a charisma 13.
He got a 15.
Son of a bitch.
So he feels this like wave wash over him as
All right, now
as-
be calm. I think it's working. Okay, just calm down. Calm
and
down.
his eyes
Just
are
calm.
wide, and Miss Peapod says, "Listen now, Chef. We have a lot to talk about, and I just want you to understand that. And there's nothing that you need to be reacted to quite yet." And I'll make her do a persuasion check. Oh, she got a 19 plus 1, so 20. It's a good thing you have a person that knows the sheriff here. And he's looking around the room. He's not calm by any means.
I'm gonna
but
put my mace. I put my weapon down.
And he's still got his hand on his sword. He's not drawing it. And he says, "Miss Peapod, now what have you done here? How in the world are these guys inside of
I'm gonna say-
your hole?"
Also, Sheriff, just to get this out into the open, we've got the mayor in the bag, and he doesn't have a whole lot of time.
Why
so
would you
just-
say that already?
What in the hell? What are you talking about?
Sheriff, we need you to be level-headed.
open-minded?
We've got a lot of things to tell you. Maybe
He's not going to have a lot of air, and we needed to say it now.
Do you all ever go to sleep? What the heck are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
His face has like
Sheriff.
a big bandage on it, by the
Sheriff.
way,
Yep.
because he's
He
still
got
like getting
acid.
it.
You're gonna wake
Yeah.
the folks up.
I've not even gotten to sleep. I've got my face burned. I'm trying to come all over town because there's bells ringing at all hours. I don't even know when I'm going to get time to sleep myself and try to get settled down. What? I just can't understand it. Why can't you all just chill?
I go over to the bag, open it up.
Uh-huh.
In my mind, it's up on the rack. You have it tied up, right, Cam?
Yeah.
Okay, so I open it. And
Be
just,
careful of the hunting traps that are right below your feet.
The bear
yeah,
traps.
I kick those. I kind of kick them out of the floor underneath me,
Okay.
and I open it and just. Actually,
Yeah.
I guess I would have had to have. I reach up and grab
And
him.
you just
and
begin to pull
but you pull out, and the momentum of his body just
I
the mayor
also
just flops to the ground.
grab the 4 different fruits because I collected one of each of the fake fruits that he made, the hybrids.
Oh yeah, that's right. Uh-huh.
I want those in my hands.
Okay.
And I
Great.
kind of like step up and over the sheriff or the mayor,
The mayor.
and I walk over and be like, he's making fake fruits, fake Fuller's fruits.
And you see him hit the ground, and he's just like,
He's feeding you laxative fruits. They're poop fruits, and he's making you sick. And he's trying to make money off them.
Oh, Pelor, somebody help me. This is too much. This is too much. Listen, I'm sure y'all are doing right. Y'all helped me earlier, and that priest blasted me in the back with one of his spells.
And we saved you.
And you did save my life. And you saved the life of a couple of my guards.
Mm.
I do appreciate that. And I'm taking that into consideration. But there's just so much going on right now.
In hindsight, poop fruits maybe made the situation seem less serious than it is. He has 4 Well, I'm not sure what they are. They're like dwarves, but they're from underground.
Like dwarves?
Farther underground. Like, never saw daylight.
Okay.
Glyph knows what they're called. Glyph, what are they called?
And then one of them Duergar.
That's the word.
I ain't heard to do a guard. Oh, my Lord.
Anyway, had them down there, and they was
killed
working
them.
on... And they had... Well, gosh, Glyph. Okay, well, yes, but they attacked us, and we defended ourselves. And he's down there. He's being mischievous, and he's making these fruits, and he's feeding them to people and making them sick. And well, Peapod here. She says that you're a trustworthy fella, and we thought that if we were going to get out of this, we need to tell you all about it and turn the situation over to you, and let you know.
Listen.
So help me, we just found out that the innkeeper, the tiny toe guy, might be a jerk, and who knows, we might have to go take him out.
We just traveling Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know where y'all are from, but you can't just wander around righting everybody's wrongs. There are procedures for this kind of
hold
thing.
on. No, that's what you do.
Yeah, because I'm an appointed law official. Now,
I
all
don't
of
know
you
about that.
come wander into my town. 2 of you tend to be criminals. I mean, I'm just
Wow.
saying.
Well, that's
Wow.
profiling.
Okay.
Well, when I've seen many raids come from the goblin folk.
I think
and the drow,
I think you just
rarely.
auto-corrected. Yeah. You need
All
to
I'm
check-
saying,
Oh,
all I'm saying is it's just rare. And now you're in town coming and accusing all these people of different things. Making somebody sell poop fruits. Now, while that is not necessarily something anyone would appreciate, it's not necessarily a crime neither.
It might be he is your town mayor, and he's hiding all the good fruits for himself, and he's keeping them, and y'all aren't getting them during that festival. What's the festival called?
Fuller
That'd be
Feast.
full of fruits.
That's the one. You're not getting them because he's hoarding them, and he's making hybrid poop fruits. Ask Khal. Khal, tell him about them.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad.
Now, I've participated in Fuller's Feast before, and I have myself shit my pants. So I do understand what is going on. I understand that this is not a good thing, and I wondered myself what the whole deal was. I don't know why anybody would want to participate in this feast when all the time you're just feeling like you have to poop yourself.
I would also say that poisoning is a crime, but, whatever.
All right. Okay. Now, here's what we're going to do. And you're all going to have to listen to me, or I'm going to have to be impatient.
Appreciate your patience so far.
Y'all are going to come down to the prison, and we're going to talk this out. Okay?
I feel a lot safer right here. I don't know that I've been told a lot of bad things about some of your deputies. Maybe some of them aren't trustworthy. Maybe some of them have been bought off. Maybe some of them are dirty cops. And I feel real safe right here, right now.
This game could go on at all times, right? Everybody here. Nobody's always going to be able to trust everybody at all times. But here's what I'm saying.
No one will trust me or Glyph.
If you come down to the station, I can keep y'all there, and ain't nobody going to get to you, and ain't you going to get out and just be wandering around, probably killing just somebody for throwing some trash on the floor.
I'm not going in no jail cell.
I didn't say a cell, just a room, a holding room.
Feels like a jail cell.
All right, but if anybody comes in there, we're gonna defend ourselves.
I'll only go if Peapot comes with.
She throws her stick on the ground. She says, I will. I'll go with them.
All right, if she trusts you, then...
This has been the longest night of my life. I'm not gonna lie. And I once ate a real bad pig. So I'm just saying, this has been a real hard night.
I mean, I guess there's no moon out, so it's pretty dark. I guess it's pretty long night. It feels about as long as any other.
Now I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with the mayor here.
Is he coming too?
Yeah, he's like slowly getting up, and he's like,
Sheriff, you must arrest these men. They came into my private home and clocked me in the head. I can't believe it. My poor children. I can't even bear to think what they might have done to my poor children.
Mr. Mayor, they're accusing you of a bunch of stuff. I don't even know what to say about all of this. I have to bring you down. I'm not saying that you did anything. You are innocent until proven guilty, just like everybody else. Now, we're all going down to the station, and we're all going to talk this out. And then I'm going to sleep at some point in time.
Maybe send one of your boys to the sheriff or to the mayor's and take a look in the basement.
I will do that.
Okay.
All right, now let's go. He ushers you all out of the house, and you guys march to the station. He opens the door. Everybody is like staring you all down, like very surprised. All the guards are just like looking you all over. It's very odd. Some of them are whispering to each other little things, and eventually you get to a room. It's not a cell of any kind. It's just it's a big wooden door, and he just like opens it up, and inside is a big long bench and a table in the middle of the room.
Is there
and
a water
couple
cooler?
little chairs.
With little paper cups.
No water cooler in there. He says, now y'all are going to have to go in here and wait. But in the meantime, I'm sorry to ask this of you, but you're going to have to hand over your weapons.
Yeah, that's a big no from me.
Yeah, I just got this sword like 3 days ago.
I just got this mace like 3 hours ago.
You
We could put
get
it in the
them
bag.
back. If you are exonerated, you'll be given these weapons back, and I will let you on your way. But for now, I can't let you be sitting in my police station with this big sword, that bow, that mace. Miss Peapod was nice enough to leave her stick. That's a staff. Thank you very much.
Glyph eyes him over a little bit, and he takes the jewel from his compass and jewel and stuffs it in his quiver, and then hands over his stuff.
Okay. Cool.
I'll hand over my axe. That's it.
A guard takes it, and he's like staring, like got his other hand out towards you.
As he's staring at Khal with a hand out, I walk in front of Khal and put my mace in the outstretched hand.
Okay. He takes it from you and walks away, and another guard walks up with his hands open.
And I hand him the hand axe. No, did I give that back? Do I still have a hand axe, or did I give it back?
I gave it to you.
Okay, then I hand him that. And I just kind of stare at, what do you still have in your possession?
He's got
A massive great sword.
great sword.
Yeah.
He's
So-
like, the sheriff is like, come on now, let's give it up.
I like pull it in front of me and I hug it and I go,
Now, please, you like I said, you'll get it back. What here? He goes and he like grabs a broom and he brings it over and he's like, you can hold on to this if it makes you feel secure, if you just need something to hug.
I take the sword and I just chop the broom in half.
He and every guard in the place like immediately grabs their spears and they all like start aiming them to you, and
And then I just shove it into the ground and take a step back.
And he takes a second, wedges it out, and he said, thank you.
You're not getting my briefcase.
You can hold on to your briefcase. I don't care about no briefcase.
You don't
And
even know what's in it.
You might want to check that briefcase.
Haunting them?
I want to see what's in the briefcase.
Nope. Nobody's looking in the briefcase. I gave you the sword. Now get the heck out of here.
So they take y'all's weapons.
I
And-
deliberately didn't give over my vials of fire.
Okay, they
So-
weren't like obvious.
It wasn't an obvious, it was
in
just a little pouch on my, yeah.
Yeah,
So as long as they don't
see any other obvious weapons on you.
What
Okay.
other? Oh, I have javelins, another hand axe.
Yeah, they took it all.
Okay.
Okay.
My
so I
hunting
lost-
traps.
Yes, they
Okay.
did take your hunting traps for sure. They took off all your stuff and they're just like sorting through
Mhm.
all of the dangerous implements and they're just like putting them away. They're like, we're gonna have to open up another storage unit for all this kind of stuff.
So I lost my bow, my quiver, the enforcer, 2 short swords.
Yeah, one of the guys like gets the enforcer and is like looking it over and is like,
Careful now. The left trigger goes off for like no reason at all.
"What? I've never even seen something like this. This is crazy." And he just like walks off with it. Didn't even know this was a weapon.
No joke.
Crap.
Wait, that's not a weapon. Give it back.
I'm sorry, I handed you my special. Yeah.
That's medication. It's a medication dispenser. He has asthma.
The sheriff says, "All right, y'all sit here. I'll be back in a little bit." And closes the door, locks it, and then walks away.
Oh, wait. It can. I was going
It's
to
got a
ask
lock
you
on
earlier
it.
if it had a lock on it.
Hey, where's the mayor? Did we just let the mayor go?
No, the mayor's in the room with you. He's
Okay.
like slumped in the corner,
Yeah,
just like, but like trying to stay away from you all and like holding his head and just
think,
like staring wildly at you.
I think
And,
we're all probably going to surround this guy.
I want to take out one of those fruits and see if he wants to eat it.
I don't want to eat it. No, of course not. I don't want to eat that fruit.
Then why are you making the other people eat it?
What's this red one do? I hold up because I took 2 that were red. We know some of them make you poop real bad. What's this one do?
That one's actually pretty tame. It just sort of, it's like an apple.
It's an apple.
It's essentially an apple. I accidentally created another apple.
What are you doing making all these fruits? What's your end goal here?
There aren't many of these trees around. Have you ever seen a tree with pink leaves on it? It's a pretty special tree, I figured. Could do what I wish with it. It's my town.
What's in it for you? You were all about the money whenever we were talking before.
Maybe I said something when I was sort of in my, I was sleepy.
Mm-hmm. There's somebody else that's a lot like that.
Hmm.
They're also pretty sleepy right now. Do you know Father Priga?
Oh, yes, Father Priga, the father of the church, of Joaquin, yes.
I get that you go to that church quite often.
Oh, yes.
You
Valuable member.
Follower of Joaquin. Okay.
Of course.
What happens at that church? That we're new to town. We don't know anything about that church. What are people like around there?
I bet you'd like to know.
Sounds exclusive. Well, yeah, I'm all about that.
I rip the red fruit in half and walk over and I hold it right in front of him. I say, eat it.
And he takes it from you and he says, "Fine." And he just starts crunching into it. And
Toss me that other half.
I toss the other half to Khal.
I
Okay.
eat it.
All right, you eat it. Also, your pooping has dissipated, so you're not at disadvantage on all your things anymore.
Oh,
Oh man,
You guys still are because you haven't rested yet.
Uh,
You need a long rest. He's just over there munching, and he's like, "I don't have to answer your questions anyways. This is all I'm saying. I'm saying to the sheriff himself." And he just turns his back to you and like sits looking out the window for the sheriff to come back.
I smash his head through the window. I'm just kidding.
Some time passes, like a couple hours.
Much.
A couple hours. You can definitely short rest it. The
we'll do that.
Arnie has like passed out in the corner of the room, just in a chair. He's like exhausted for, an older guy. He's been doing a lot. A couple hours later, though, the sheriff begins making his way to the door, and he opens it up, and he says, "Looks like you'll be free to go. I just got news from your lawyer, of course. I didn't realize that, you had representation. He was, I don't know how he knew about all this, but he was already here on the spot, ready to defend you. And he has said that in many of these cases, y'all have just defended yourselves. Of course, in the instance of this mayor here, I'm sorry, Mayor. My hands are tied on this one. There's nothing I can really do. Technically, you were poisoning individuals, and yes, while they did break and enter, it appears that they were under a higher court and were sent here to do this. So I'm gonna have to throw you in the cell, Mayor. I apologize for that.
What's Arnie's reaction to all this?
Arnie is asleep, but he starts to like wake up in the corner and then just kind of turns over and just keeps sleeping. The mayor's like,
This is outrageous. They broke into my home. How can this be legal?
Or with
Oh,
the
Sheriff.
sir, we're with the FDA, Drug Association.
well, Sheriff, technically, I mean, by the law, you were poisoning people, and I understand that your poison was not necessarily fatal, but it could have gotten a lot worse. You didn't have the proper things set up in place, and
Clinical trials.
So we're gonna have to just keep you in a cell until you get bail. I'm sure your wife will be down within the hour, but I just need to do that.
You might want to rethink your elected officials here. Feel like maybe somebody with a little more trust.
Well, you'd think that, wouldn't you? Now, I don't need a lecture from you, little man. Right now, I have had it. All right, I've already gotten a talking to from your lawyer, and I just don't want to hear anymore.
Wow,
All right.
you're gonna get another one if you keep treating us like this, Sheriff. Our lawyers, they're not to be trifled with. I vote Peapod.
Yeah, me too. Peapod's got my vote.
We'll have an election in a couple of weeks, and we can decide then. It's fine. All right. And he just grabs the mayor and he starts leading him away. And he's,
This is unacceptable.
And leads him out.
Sheriff,
And-
wait. One more thing.
He leans back. What is it?
So we have to leave now, right?
Your lawyer said he needed to speak with you first. And then he walks out, and into the room steps a guy in all black, his hair slicked back to the side, and he goes, "Hi, it's me, Corvo. I'm here. I have come to the city because you are in trouble.
Hi, Corvo.
Oh, Corvo.
Good to see you.
They must leave." And he points at Miss Peapod.
Peapod, I guess this is the sayonara for now.
We'll find
Well-
you before we leave town.
Okay.
Probably sounds like it's some legal stuff with, it's FDA stuff we got to deal with.
I understand. You boys come and see me now. If you're gonna leave town, make sure and say hello before you do. And
we'll do.
she walks out, and Corvo closes the door behind him, and he says, "You will not. You will leave town as quick as possible and continue on with what your assignment has been. You have done very naughty things. In fact, I have a message from you from Gundevald. Here it is." And he puts it out on the table, and there's this little stone there, and he says, "Listen up." And he pushes this like little button on it that makes this rune light up, and from it you hear all of a sudden, hey, how's my dream team, my stellar sellers, my rule bacon rebels, my super squad? I'm still trying to come up with a cool name for you fellas. Anyways, I wanted to check in because I've been scrying and I've seen some things that have made me a little nervous. I've heard you throwing out the word dragon a lot. I'm not loving that. So I'd say you keep that on the down low for now, or I'm going to be forced to kill you all and everyone that you've come in contact with. So let's stop that for now. Sound good to you all? I don't hear you because this is just me speaking. And
Sounds
it's my
great,
message.
Gundevald. Sounds
So,
great.
Continue on your journey and go kill my sister, or, I have to fire you, which means you'll die. All right, Gundevald out. Glyph tag blessed.
Gosh, that's so freaking cool.
And Corvo says, "You begin today. Goodbye." And he turns around and he opens the door and closes it. And that's where we'll end the session.
I need the sheriff to give me some of that fruit before we leave.
Yeah, not to mention we need to nap or full on sleep, and we need provisions. Do we have money? We got a little money.
We got a
Yeah,
little bit.
we have money.
Yeah, you stole all that money from Father Briga, so You've definitely
funny,
got
guys.
more gold than you started with. Well, thank you all for listening and watching another episode of Dungeons of the Dragons. If you like this episode, feel free to rate us 5 stars on on podcasting
stuff.
places. Apple Podcasts would be great. Of course, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, comment, tell us your favorite moments from the episode. Did you think they were going to get out of there? Did you think they were screwed? You tell us. Well, we appreciate everybody who does listen and watch, and we will see you all later.
Bye. Boopy.